Welcome to Bitcoin Mining News Episode 3, where we cover all the latest developments in the mining and energy sector. Today we've got a story from Forbes, one from Fortune magazine, and a press release out of Riot Platforms over in Texas. Let's start with the numbers. Over here on timechaincalendar.com, we can see the exchange rate in the top right. To get yourself a whole Bitcoin, you'll need 30,327 USD. If you would rather exchange a single dollar, however, you will get 3,297 sats. Right now, the average block time is a really low 9 minutes and 26 seconds, which means the next difficulty adjustment is going to be bumped up by 6%. And the reason it's so high is if we take a look at the current hash rate, it's 455. Blocks are blistering in right now. And finally, on-chain transaction fees are a real low 5 across the board, except for Anytime, then it's down to 2. I'm going to jump over to Forbes now for an article titled Everything You Need to Know About Bitcoin and the Environment. Ever since BlackRock showed up with their spot ETF, everybody's been talking about Bitcoin a little bit differently, which I'm a fan of because they're speaking positively and correctly about it now. So let's get to the article. Everything You Need to Know About Bitcoin and the Environment, written by Jonathan Buck, and it says here that he's the CEO of JB and GS Mining, GmbH, a Bitcoin mining company. Bitcoin, the world's first decentralized digital currency, has been embroiled in a persistent debate regarding its environmental footprint. However, it is crucial to clarify that energy usage does not inherently lead to environmental harm. That's a really key point there, and something that is said so simply, but yet so many people overlook. People hear more energy, oh, it must be bad. No, not true, because the same energy that goes to power your Tesla, that turns on your lights, that keeps a hospital running, is the same exact energy that's going to an ASIC miner. So you might say, oh, energy is energy and it's all bad. Well, what about the energy that powers a hospital, that keeps grandma and babies alive? Is that bad energy? No, of course not. It's a common trend for technologies to start off with a high level of inefficiency, including a larger emissions footprint. Side note there, look at ASICs now. They are way more efficient than the computers of old, the GPUs, the laptops that people were using to mine Bitcoin in the original days. Over time, these technologies evolve and become more efficient, reducing their environmental impact. This pattern is evident in various technologies, such as solar power or EV batteries, which initially had a higher emissions output that has been progressively reduced. As the popularity of Bitcoin grows, so has the number of miners. This has significantly driven up the mining difficulty. In fact, over the past 2 years, the difficulty has increased by 3.6 times, meaning miners have to work 3.6 times harder to win the block reward. As the difficulty rises, the profitability for miners subsequently diminishes, and the halving will reduce the block reward from the 6.25 that it's currently at to 3.125. This event implicitly requires miners to double their energy efficiency every 4 years to maintain profitability. This built-in feature not only encourages miners to consistently boost their efficiency, thereby fostering technological advancements in mining, but may also enhance the overall sustainability of the Bitcoin network. And I would argue that that will have downstream effects that he's not even talking about here. Think about an engineer that works on turbines, and he's trying to make the most efficient turbine. Maybe he does it in the mining space for cooling reasons. Well, if he figures out how to make a really good turbine, then maybe that same technology could be used to cool chicken farms, or be used as a fire prevention method in a restaurant because it sucks out the air when a fire arises even quicker than before. When things get more efficient in one area, that usually translates to other things benefiting from that as well. The ever-rising mining difficulty further amplifies this efficiency demand, pushing Bitcoin miners to keep pace with the increasing challenge. In conclusion, the environmental narrative surrounding Bitcoin is multifaceted and evolving. Its journey towards sustainability is fueled by relentless innovation and efficiency enhancements, making it a promising player in the green revolution. Now we're going to jump over to Fortune for a little piece titled Bitcoin Miners Will Struggle to Survive During the Next Halving Event Amid Electricity Costs and Debt Payments. So this is some tough news that many miners are going to have to deal with. Crypto enthusiasts are hopeful that a once-in-4 years event which rewrites the underlying code of the world's biggest cryptocurrency will extend the current market rally. But the milestone also risks surrounding the death knell for certain Bitcoin miners. The quadrennial event, rather ominously dubbed the halving or the halvening, has historically been followed by exponential surges in Bitcoin's price. The last 3 occurrences in 2012, 2016, and 2020 saw the token jump nearly 8,450%, 290%, and 560% a year on, Bloomberg data shows. Bitcoin was launched in 2009 by a computer programmer or group of programmers under the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto. And speaking of companies running and how they're doing, we're going to jump over to some news out of Riot, which is based in Texas, and it seems like they're doing all right. Right here, we see on their chart that in June 2023 that they produced 460 Bitcoin. And here we've got a quote from the CEO of Riot, Jason Les. June was a monumentous month for Riot as the results from our mining operations, power strategy, and growth plans have all come together. We announced an initial order of 33,280 micro-BT miners for our Corsicana facility, which is expected to add 7.6 exahash to our self-mining fleet and also provides optionality to future orders at the same terms. This long-term purchase agreement locks in our pricing for the next generation of miners and provides a path to executing on our ambitious growth plans. And here, to close out the news of the day, a final bit from that press release from Riot, and this is pretty wild here. Estimated hash growth. Due to the ongoing impact of damage incurred to Building G during the severe winter storm in Texas in December 2022, Riot now anticipates achieving a total mining hash rate capacity of 12.5 exahash at its Rockdale facility in the second half of 2023. The company has entered into a long-term purchase agreement with MicroBT, which includes an initial order of 7.6 exahash of next-generation Bitcoin miners for its Corsicana facility. Upon full deployment in mid-2024, so shortly after the halving, Riot's total self-mining hash rate capacity is expected to be 20.1 exahash. We're currently looking at, and I showed this earlier, but we're at 448 exahash right now, which is just massive. I would not at all be surprised to see this number in the neighborhood of 600, maybe even 700 sometime next year. That closes out the news for today. Be sure you have liked, subscribed, and if you're interested in learning more about mining, be sure you scan the QR code right there to get yourself some more information on Mining Disrupt 2023 and tickets. That's happening July 25th through the 27th in Miami, Florida.